Hey everybody, welcome back to One Seed, One World. So today we're going to talk about a topic that may affect some of you. It is called damping off. What is it and how can you prevent it? So, damping off is a fungal disease that is something that's in your soil, can be soil borne, but it can also carry on the wind and be carried by insects and stuff like that. What does it do? So damping off might not sound very serious, like you're just going to damp something off and clean it up, right? But with damping off with growing seedlings, starting seeds probably happens more specifically indoors. This fungal disease can cause your seeds to maybe not really germinate, or basically never really pop through the soil. They might germinate and then get killed off by this fungal disease and never get enough strength to pop up through the soil. Or if they do pop up, you might end up with seedlings that are very skinny, very weak, die off shortly after sprouting through the soil. You might see some white stuff growing on your soil, and it's basically kind of a killer of small plants, small seedlings, especially when you're starting indoors. So this fungal disease thrives in an environment that is cool and damp. So if you've got temperatures that are too cool, like if your soil temps are like 68 degrees or below Fahrenheit, and you have a lot of humidity and or maybe too much moisture in your soil, it can cause it to grow and start affecting the seeds that you've planted. So let's talk about different ways that you can prevent that from happening. First and foremost is your soil. It really starts out as a soil-borne disease, so you want to start off with good soil. Now, a lot of your good potting soils are not going to have this in it because they put it together, they sterilize it and whatnot before they bag it up and get it to you. I've mentioned in previous videos that I use Happy Frog, and I love that soil. I've never had any problems with damping off because it's already a good soil. But, you know, buying potting soil costs money. And a lot of times you may want to look at making your own soils, either from stuff that you're bringing in from the garden or, you know, like a compost mix that you make yourself. Sometimes that, if it's not been done properly, can have this fungal disease in it. So what you want to make sure that you do is sterilize the soil first. And really all that takes is taking some boiling water, and before you plant any seeds, you pour this boiling water kind of over your soil, cover it up so that the heat can kind of sit in there and kill off any of these types of fungal diseases. It also works really well with killing off fungus gnat, egg sacs and that kind of things, like fungus gnats that might be in your soil. So sterilizing the soil can always be really helpful, especially if you have not a top quality potting soil or a homemade potting soil, or if you're just bringing in dirt from the outside. You definitely want to sterilize your soil. Number two is reusing soil. Like maybe you had another pot that you're dumping in or whatever. Sometimes when you're reusing soil, that's great for well-established plants, but sometimes for seedlings, there might be stuff in that soil like these fungal growths that cause damping off, or it could even be nutrient deficient. So if you are starting off new seeds or transplanting young seedlings, you want to make sure you have not a used soil. Use a good soil, because you're going to avoid some issues that could possibly come up. Thirdly, another recommendation is that if you are using pots that have been previously used, where you've dumped some stuff out, They say to sterilize your pots. I've never done that, but if you are having a problem with damping off, then you might want to consider sterilizing your pots, which again, just clean them out good before you start adding new soil, whether it's with some I say sterilize, but I think that even cleaning, I mean, if you want to pour boiling water on them, if you want to like use like a bleach water solution, some dish soap, different things can kind of help cut down on any things that might be residues and stuff that might be left on the insides of the pots. There's different ways you can go about it. I've always just dumped out old dirt, reused pots, and I haven't had a problem, but it might be because of the quality of the soil that I'm using there isn't issues already in there. So, but that's just another option that you can think about. Next step is your watering and your humidity and your temperatures. So when you are growing inside, you might have, maybe you're growing on a windowsill, or like me, maybe you're using these like little mini greenhouses that are portable, and you know, when you close them up with the plastic that you wrap around them, or like Mylar, like on one of the previous videos I recently did, once you water them, it is going to, and you have your lights on, it's going to build up a lot of humidity and moisture in there. And that's great for building up heat and stuff. You want damp soil, but if it's too much, again, you could cause some of these funguses to be like, hey, it's kind of nice and cool in here and really humid, so I think I'm gonna grow. Now, with the closing it up with like the Mylar and the plastic, the good thing that you've got going on there is that the temperature really builds up. Like my mini greenhouses run about 80 degrees, so it's not a cool environment. So right there, I am stopping the ability of this stuff to grow because the temperatures are too warm. They like, 68 degrees and below. Also lighting. If you don't have enough light in there and cool temperatures, again, that is an environment that this fungus or this fungal disease likes. So you want it light and you want it warm, and that will reduce a lot of the problems that you may run into with damping off. And then also with your watering, try to stick to bottom watering. Get, whether it's a 4-inch pot, 3-inch pot, the little cells, you want something that has the holes in the bottom, and then put it in one of these trays so that you can bottom water. You put like a, 1/2 inch of water in here or whatever, and it soaks up from the bottom. That prevents from you like pouring over the top and splashing stuff around. If there's a disease in there, you're spreading it around. Maybe you're over watering or whatever. But with bottom watering, you can pour it in and the water soaks up from the bottom. Check it after like a half hour. If after a half hour it hasn't soaked up all the water, then dump out the excess so that you don't just have like water sitting in there and causing root rot or too much moisture buildup in your growing situation, whether it's in a windowsill or in a, like the mini greenhouse. That will help prevent a lot of these issues. So you want warmer temperatures, good light, not too much water, and clean soil and growing medium, like a clean, good growing medium, good quality soil, and pots that, aren't full of leftover crap from last month or last year or whatever. If you've had a plant that just randomly died off, then maybe wash that pot out before you stick another plant in there. Maybe there's some kind of residue or something in there that's, infecting your soil. There's all kinds of things that you can look at and you can try. So that is damping off. Causes either patchy germination, no germination, plants to die before they can even pop up to the soil. Really, I don't know, when I consider germination, I think of just the seed has sprouted, even if you can't see it yet. It might not have pushed its way up through the soil, but the seed will have started to germinate before you even see it happening, before it comes through. So your seeds the seeds themselves could just rot. or they could just barely push up to the soil and then die, or you might get a very weak seedling, or you can have, sometimes you will see some of this fungal growth it's white and will grow, like you'll see it in your soil growing. So those are different things to look for and different things that you can do to prevent damping off. So, one last tip is also not planting your seeds too deep. Even if you've got good moist soil and everything's cool, but if you put your seed too deep, sometimes it can cause too much stress on the plant where they can't even make it up to the top of the soil, and sometimes they'll get affected by some of these other things. So you basically want to put your seed, like, I think the rule is like twice as deep as it is big. Now that's going to vary for different types of varieties and types of plants. Some like to be just on the top with barely any covering. Some need light to germinate. A lot of your seeds like tomatoes, peppers, squash, squash are bigger seeds, and some of the big bean seeds you might want to put like 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch down. Tomatoes and peppers would probably be like 1/4 inch or less. And then things like lettuces and stuff, and even some like onion seeds, they're more almost on top of the soil. So it just depends on your variety, but don't like drill some giant hole down into the middle of your pot and drop your seed down there, because you're gonna cause your plant to have a lot more stress to try to make it. And then if you've got too much water and dampness and low temperatures and all that, then you could run into the damping off thing as well. So that's all about damping off. I hope you found that information helpful. And put some comments below. Let me know if you have dealt with damping off before, or what you have done to prevent it in the past, or did you experience it and then found a way to turn it around? Because if you do get them to sprout after they've been affected by some damping off, you can sometimes nurse them back to health with the proper watering, light, temperatures, but it doesn't always work. So let me know in the comments below how it worked out for you. But whatever's going on in your neck of the woods, I hope you're not having damping off, and I appreciate that you're here hanging out with me again today. But we will see you again soon, and have a great day. Namaste. Let me go get these peppers back in the greenhouse.